And now I'm at Kilchurn Castle. It's called Kilchurn Castle, but I'm in Scotland, probably a few letters missed out, so I'm going to say Kilchurn Castle. Let's go and have a look, shall we? See what it's all about. Plenty of parking at Kilchurn Castle and plenty of beautiful views of the hillside. So, Kilchurn Castle, one of Scotland's most photographed and atmospheric ruins, standing proudly on the northern shore of Loch Awe in Argyll. This castle has been watching over the landscape for well over 500 years. Kilchurn Castle was originally built in the mid-15th century by Sir Clan Campbell, the first Lord of Glenorchy. At the time it stood on its own small island in the loch, making it a naturally defensive stronghold. Over the centuries the Campbells expanded the castle, turning it from a fortified tower house into a much larger residence and military garrison. As you look around today, it's not difficult to imagine the power and influence the Campbell clan once held throughout this part of the Highlands. One of the things that makes Kilchurn Castle so special isn't just its history, it's the setting. Surrounded by mountains, reflected in the waters of Loch Awe, it feels like a scene straight out of a painting. Loch Awe itself is the longest freshwater loch in Scotland, stretching for around 25 miles. It's famous for its fishing, wildlife and spectacular scenery. On a calm day, the reflections here can be absolutely breathtaking. Oh, why don't I wear boots? I ask myself that question every single time I decide to wander across a muddy Scottish field. You'd think I'd learn by now, wouldn't you? Like so many ancient castles, Kilchurn has gathered its fair share of stories and legends over the years. Some visitors and locals have claimed to have seen mysterious figures around the ruins, particularly at dawn and at dusk when the castle emerges from the mist. One tale speaks of a ghost of a Campbell warrior who is said to wander the grounds, keeping watch over the family stronghold long after its abandonment. Whether you believe the stories or not, there's certainly something haunting about the atmosphere here when the weather closes in and the clouds roll over the surrounding hills. Sadly, the place is cordoned off because of falling debris, although I can see what they mean. It'd take more than a paracetamol to put you right if that fell on your nut. And to be fair, some of these stones have been up there for centuries. Gravity eventually wins. Loch Awe is beautiful, but the wind. I have the sound off, but the wind is shaking my camera. The Highlands giving us the full, authentic experience there. Even with the wind trying its best to throw me into the loch, it's impossible not to appreciate the scenery. Everywhere you look there's rolling hills, distant mountains and the ever-changing colours of the water. Some beautiful Gothic houses on the loch over there. Lucky people. They certainly picked a spectacular place to wake up in the morning. It's easy to understand why this area has inspired artists, photographers and travellers for generations. There's a real sense of peace here, mixed with just enough history and mystery to keep things interesting. Yeah, did I mention no boots? At this point I'm beginning to think the mud is winning. The castle's final years were rather dramatic. In 1760 it was badly damaged by a lightning strike, and although parts of it remained in use for a while, it was eventually abandoned. Nature slowly reclaimed the site, leaving us with the romantic ruin we see today. There's something quite fitting about that. A fortress built to demonstrate power and permanence now sits quietly beside the loch, blending into the landscape that has outlasted every generation that lived here. Whether you're interested in Scottish history, clan heritage, ghost stories, photography or simply stunning scenery, Kilchurn Castle delivers all of it in one location. It's one of those places that feels unmistakably Scottish, and it's easy to see why so many people make the journey here. So there we go, Kilchurn or Kilchurn or guy come up to me and said Kilchurn. I don't know what you said actually, but anyway, Nice guy though, and pointed me to another couple of places. Told me that Inverary Jail was worth seeing, so we should have a look at that at some point. Yeah, there we go. Shame it's closed, but I'm still glad I came and saw it. And now I've just got to navigate this swamp without boots because I'm an idiot. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and speak to you soon if I don't drown. Bye for now.
Bell Cloister, hot like blood. Black Bell Cloister.